Hello, I'm from HashLDash, and today let's talk about what's new in Photon. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so to start, let me first thank all of the contributors that are helping me develop this language, testing on different operating systems and all of that. So a big thanks to these people, and also big thanks for all of you who have started my repo here. So thanks a lot, this helps me and keeps me motivated. Alright, so we added new things like the Linux installer and the Windows installer to make it easier for you to test on Photon and see what's going on every iteration of the project. So let me dive in on the installer first. So here is the repo. If you want to test, I will show you on Windows how you do that, but here you can just execute the Linux installer, and for now it works on Arch Linux. And okay, so let's install Photon dependencies. Let me give my permission, and it installs all of the dependencies and all of that. And now let's see, successful, and please enter to close and play with Photon. Right, so now we have Photon command here. Okay, let me clear the screen. So now we have the Photon command. Interpreter mode is not implemented yet. Please try executing a source file, or try Photon help. So we have a help here now, and we have all of the commands that are available or not yet available, but will be in the near future. Okay, so let's try to say hello world from Photon. So hello.w, it's W for now, I don't know. Please join the discussion here on my GitHub. There's an issue here for the extension name. So if you have a good extension name here's this discussion. Please write here what's the extension you want to see in Photon. So okay, let's try print hello world from Arch Linux. Okay, and now let's run with Photon and hello.w. Right, so here we see hello world from Arch Linux, and this is my debugging so I can see the parse stages. This is helpful for debugging. Right, saying about debugging now, I implemented some tests to test the parser. So when I implement something, I know what things could break or where it broke. So here I can say Python parse test, and it ran 17 tests and all of them passed. So parser is okay. Great. And well, we executed the hello.w, and here if we go on sources, we have the main executable. So we can run that instead, and it will run on our program. Right? Well, neat, right? So I hope you can see, you can test now if you are on Arch Linux or whatever distro. Please leave a comment below what distro you want me to include in this installer. Okay? Right, so many of you use Windows, so let me guide you through the same process in Windows. So let's go here, let's open the browser, go to GitHub and to the HashLDash /Photon repo. Okay, here we can go to code, download zip, and it will start downloading the Photon project. Then we click here, right, and now we can extract all of this content where you want to install it, because it won't install on program files, and where you extract it will be installed there. Okay, so don't do as I did here and install downloads, but just to show you. So let's go into downloads, and then we have the Windows installer. So let's double click here, and Windows complains about protection, and you should be careful when downloading random scripts from the internet, but you can edit it first. So let me try to do that here. Windows won't do that, so check what the installer does. So let me see if I can edit here. Okay, so this is what it does. It downloads the chocolate, whatever is the name of the project. It's just a package manager to install dependencies. So we use that because it's much easier to do this way. So we can install GCC or MinW and all of the dependencies without the user having to go to the web page, download, install all of them. So we do all that here. And finally, we execute the install.py. That's here. That just let me open here so you can see. You can view this script all from top to bottom and see what it does. And basically, we are just writing a photon.bat on the path. So you can type Photon on your PowerShell or command prompt and execute that. Okay, so this is what it does now. So let's try to install. So double click here, and you have to more info, then run anyway. And now it will start all of the process. This might take a while because it wants to install Choco, whatever. Let's say yes, and it will install the package manager and all of the dependencies. So I already have Chocolate here, so okay, let's just pass that. And now it will try to install, let's see, Python, very important because all the languages is implemented in Python. Okay, so it installs Python, then it installs MinW, I think, yes, the GCC, the C compiler, which is the target that we are going to use as default here. And finally, it's executing the install script, so success. Now you can use the Photon command, right? Now that it is installed, then we can launch the Windows PowerShell or command prompt, and here we have Photon. And interpreter mode is not implemented yet, so let's try to run a simple hello world here. So ping.hello.w, print hello from Windows. Okay, it's already there. I already tested. So let me try Photon hello.w, and we have the parser and all of that, and then hello from Windows. And now we have the sources. If we go here, we have main.exe. We have the executable. Let's try to run that main.exe. And here we have hello from Windows. So this is the hello world that we have in Photon now. It works on Windows 10 and Arch Linux. I already tested it in several other operating systems like the Raspberry Pi and all of that, but yeah, the installer is not implemented for that yet. There are some progress here if we check the dependencies. So if you go in core dependencies.py, here we have at the bottom here many other distributions, so Debian based systems, all of the commands here, Arch, like Manjaro and other distros, Gentoo and SUSE, whatever, Red Hat, many other distros here that will have support in the near future. Okay, so now you can test the basic script, and you don't need the installer script. You can just install GCC and the GCC command to compile the code, and you just have to have Python installed, so Python 3.6, and if you have that, then you can just execute sudo python install.py and it will work in all of the places. Okay, so that's the installer news. Okay, now you can test Photon and see what it does. For now, you can just instantiate variables, so define variables, so a equals 2 and then print a. You can just do that for now, but in the next devlogs I will talk about the parser and what I did with that, and the grammar and the things I'm going to implement from here. So now you can test it. See, I want to see your comments on that, what we can improve. I know the installer is a bit difficult, yeah, a lot of window popping, and we'll get to that and make an easier installer, but I just did that so you can test and see the progress of the project. So if you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe to receive the next devlog. So I see you in the next one. Bye bye.